So, if you've been admitted into NC State and are joining the Wolf Pack, one of your big questions is, where am I going to live? North Carolina State University is located in Raleigh, and in this video, we're going to break down the top student housing options around the college there, on campus, off campus, costs of rent, utilities, all those things. So watch this video to figure out the best place to live there in Raleigh for NC State. Hey friends, welcome to Chine Coaching. I'm Rob, and at Chine Coaching, we're all about helping international students and professionals be successful in their cross-cultural journey. In this video, we're going to be focused on the best student housing options at NC State and Raleigh, North Carolina. We've got a few student friends who are going to share from their experience where you want to stay, where you don't want to stay, and what's going to fit your budget the best. First off, we've got our friend Urvashi talking about Kensington Apartments.
Hi everyone, I'm Urvashi Kar. I'm a master's student in computer science over here at North Carolina State University. I am from Mysore in Karnataka from India, and this is my final semester here. I live in Kensington Park Apartments, which is, I'll have to say, that the most wanted apartment around North Carolina State. I live in a 3-bed, 2-bath apartment, and the total rent is around $1,500. I share a room with another person. So the 3-bed apartment here has a master bedroom and 2 private rooms. The master bedroom is pretty big, and I share the master bedroom, which comes up to $300 per person. The private bedrooms can be around $450. These apartments come with central heating and cooling, fans, dishwasher, and dryer. The apartment also has a very good surrounding. It's green and nice and open. The utilities of this apartment can be around $100 to $150 depending on your usage. It can be a little bit more expensive in the winter times where you'll be running the heat throughout the day. Else you can always cost cut by reducing your thermostat temperature. The Kensington Park Apartments also has 1 BHK apartments, like 1 bed, 1 bath, which comes up to $1,000 in rent. The 2-bed, 1 bath comes up to $1,300. The bus stop for this apartment is just a 5-minute walk from your apartment, and this bus stop has pretty much all the buses that run around come to this stop. You can get to campus by the bus within 10 minutes. But if you choose to walk, you can walk through the Lake Raleigh Trail. There's a lake nearby called Lake Raleigh, which is pretty nice and beautiful. You can walk to the campus through that Lake Raleigh Trail, which can take around 25 minutes max to the engineering campus. I would say that the apartment is in a very good location. It is very safe. It's still good to be cautious during the night and not go alone outside in the dark. You can, of course, go out with a few friends in a group. There is Food Line, which is a grocery store here, which is a 10-minute walk from this apartment. The apartment also has a small gym, which has recently started functioning again after it was closed down for COVID. It also has a dog park around where people go walk their dogs. And if you really like dogs, you can go and meet these dogs. It is definitely better if you are continuing the lease of somebody who is already staying in the Kensington Park apartment. That way you'll save $100 to $150 on your total rent. You are expected to pay the rent the 4th day of the month.
How's the management there at Kensington Park?
The management over Kensington Park is really good. The management is called Trinity Management. You can always drop an email for any concern and query that you have, and they are pretty quick about resolving your issue within a day to a week at max, depending on your issue. You can also call them for any queries. I think the management is really good. I had some issues of my walk-in closet not having enough space since I was sharing the room with another person. We emailed the management and they made sure that a carpenter came in and added some shelves so that we had more space to organize our things. They are a very good management. They listen to us and are always quick to respond. One thing to add about the Wi-Fi at Kensington Apartments is that there's a government scheme that you can apply to if you have Spectrum that you're using. There's a government scheme that you can apply to with which your Wi-Fi is almost free. They charge you nothing.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and put the link in the video description about that government internet program that Urvashi mentioned. Now tell us about the Avery Close Apartments.
So the Avery Close apartment is also on the same road as Kensington Park Apartments. It's on the Avon Ferry Road. The buses that are around Avery Close Apartments are the same as the ones as KP. But Avery Close Apartments is under a different management called Wilson Property Management. They are also a very good management. Avery Close is closer to the campus by walk. It's a 15-minute walk to the engineering campus, and there are shortcuts that you can take, which can make the walk faster as well. Cost of Avery Close Apartments is a little higher than Kensington Park Apartments. A two-bed, two-bath in Avery can be $1,450. Avery Close Apartments also includes the dishwasher, your central heating system, but a few apartments of the Avery Close do not have a washer dryer within their apartment. They have a separate building where their washers and dryers are installed. You can go and access them at any time. They are free of cost. You just have to go to a different building. Avery Close apartment has a very good surrounding as well. It's very green.
Any other amenities or about the management there at Avery Close?
The management of Avery Close Wilson is also pretty good. They'll still respond to you within a week. They are still very good and considerate. The utilities at Avery Close also come up around $100 to $150 depending on your usage. The bus stop over there also has all the buses that can take you to the campus within 10 to 15 minutes. The two-bed apartments of Avery Close are the most popular option that people go to, because these two beds apartments, the private room in the apartment is pretty spacious and is generally shared by two people.
Fantastic. Urvashi, thank you so much for sharing that. Prithvish, go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy, and start us off with the Gorman Street Apartments.
Hello everyone, my name is Prithvish Doshi and I just graduated from NCSU with Masters in Computer Science last semester, and I'll be starting my full-time job here soon. I stay in Gorman Street Village Apartments, which is located on Gorman Street. So here the rent is around $500 and it has been increased to $550 recently. So the good thing here is that all the utilities are included, like water and electricity is included. So you don't have to pay for them separately. For Wi-Fi, you'll still need to pay separately. And the Wi-Fi options here are Spectrum. So the rent that I just mentioned is per room. In our building, we have 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartments. So every bedroom has an attached bathroom. And the total for the entire apartment would go to $1,500 or $1,650 if you're leasing it now. Talking about connectivity, we have a slightly lesser connectivity compared to the apartments that are there on Avon Ferry Road. So we have 2 buses through which you can get to the Centennial campus or to the main campus. And then we also have a Go Raleigh bus. So the apartment is managed by Wilson Property, which Urvashi just mentioned some time back. And I have had pretty good experience with the management in terms of getting our dryer changed. So we had some issues and we just mailed them and they checked it. There was some big issue and they had to replace it. So they just replaced it in like 2 to 3 days. So that way they were pretty fast in answering our queries. And even for small issues, we email them and we generally get a reply in 2 to 3 days. Talking about amenities nearby, so we have Foodland, which is almost a 15 to 20 minutes walk, or you can take the bus and be there in like 5 minutes or so. And if you want to walk to the campus, then the Centennial campus is closer. It takes around 20 to 25 minutes, but the main campus is a bit far and it will take you more than half an hour if you are thinking of going there walking. But we do have buses to go there, so I would prefer that option over walking. In terms of amenities that are there inside the apartment, we have a refrigerator, oven and microwave that is there in the kitchen, and we have washer and dryer in-house for all the apartments. And apart from that, for the individual rooms, you will have to get your furnishing yourself, like beds, mattresses, tables, chairs, all of that you need to get yourself. But the common amenities would be there in the apartment.
If you're planning to study abroad, then here's 2 resources on how you can save money. First is Juno. Juno is a company that provides tuition loans and health medical insurance for students. We've had Chine Coaching community friends get approved and get great rates. You can also refinance your current loan to get a better interest rate, or maybe find a better price on your student medical health insurance, what the university provides as well. So check out Juno to save money and get a better tuition rate. We'd love to help you out with that. And a second great resource is Wise. Wise is my preferred way to wire and transfer money across the world. It's fast, it's secure, and it's cheap. They got the lowest fees. You also get a free wire transfer up to $600 if you use that link. So we're hooking you up with a free wire transfer. Again, Wise is how I send money around the world to pay friends, business stuff, and it's going to save you a lot of money as well, passing money back and forth to your bank accounts to pay that tuition. So Wise is, I highly recommend it. So again, if you guys want to save money, check out Juno and Wise. We'll have the links to help you guys be successful on your journeys abroad. Now, Prithvish, tell us about the University Commons Apartments.
So University Commons Apartments is pretty close to Gorman Street Village Apartments. Again, it's managed by the same entity, that's Wilson Property Management. The rent there comes to around $480 to $500 a person for one room. In University Commons, most of the rooms are like 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom apartments, compared to what we have here is 3-bed, 3-bath. If you go for the entire house, then it would cost you around $2,000. But again, utilities are included over there as well. So you don't need to think about water and electricity. You don't need to pay for them separately. For connectivity, we share the same bus stop. So the connectivity is pretty similar to what I have. And yeah, walking to Food Line would again take you 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah, that's it about University Commons.
So friends, if you're learning a lot and getting value to this video, hit that like button to say thanks to our friends breaking down all these details for the campus housing options. And our chai question for you guys is, what kind of roommates do you prefer? I know finding roommates is always difficult, but what do you look for in a roommate? You know, if you're going to share a room, share an apartment, let us know in the comments what things that are a priority for you in your roommate search.
Finding roommates is, I know it's a pretty tiring task when you have a lot of people around, but you don't know exactly their preferences. So what we did was we connected over Facebook groups, and then we made a WhatsApp group of like 200 to 50 people, all of whom which we could connect through Facebook. And then we made a Google sheet with all the preferences. For example, there are some people who would prefer vegetarian or non-vegetarian food. Then there are people who prefer, like, no smoking or drinking in the house. So all those preferences. And then we also mentioned whether we wanted a private room or we were okay with sharing a room. And lastly, a basic interest or hobbies about ourselves. And in that way, it was pretty easy to just filter out the candidates based on our preferences and talk to a very few of them rather than talking to a lot of people and then filtering out those people.
Those are great tips. We've got a couple more great housing options to consider. So Anushi, tell us about Kings Court Apartments.
Hi guys, I'm Anushi Keswani. I recently graduated from NC State with Masters in Computer Science. I'll be talking about Kings Court and Champion Court Apartments. The Kings Court Apartment is 5 to 10 minute walk from the Food Lion. That's the biggest grocery store. One of the advantages staying here is that these are comparatively new apartments. So these come in 3B 2-bath apartments. And the rent would be approximately $1,400 per month. This is excluding the utilities. All other amenities like washer, dryer, oven, and everything would be included in the apartment itself. The management in Kings Court is pretty good. It comes under Trinity Property Management, and you can directly email them. And whatever issue you're facing, you'll get it fixed pretty quick. Let's talk about Champions Court Apartment. This is where I stayed throughout my master's time. Houses in Champion Court are mostly 2B 2.5 bath, and they come in full duplex housing. So you'll have an entire floor for kitchen and hall, and on the top floor you'll have 2 rooms with 2 attached bathrooms. Plus you have another washroom on the ground floor. The rent here is almost $1,200. I used to stay with 3 other girls, so it was approximately $300 per month for me. This excluded the water, electricity, and Wi-Fi bill. One disadvantage of living in Champions Court, I would say, is because these apartments were pretty old, so there could be some squeaky wooden floors, and maybe the water bill here is higher compared to other options. But it's very peaceful, very great, and it's the closest to all the libraries and the campus. So you can, if there's any bus issue that the buses are not running today, you can directly walk, and in 10 minutes you can reach the campus. The management at Champions Court, I would say some houses fall under some property management, but my house was privately owned, and the owner would himself come and fix any of our issues. There was some delay in resolving the problems, but he made sure that he fixed them for all of us. When I was looking for houses, I found this house via Facebook Marketplace. So make sure that you're looking there as well.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And I know while most international students prefer off-campus housing, there is on-campus. So Prithvish, tell us a few of the details about the on-campus housing there.
Yeah, so NCSU does have very good on-campus housing options as well. One of the biggest advantages of living on-campus housing would be that you have everything very close by. All your lecture buildings, libraries, all of them is like 2 to 3 minutes walking distance. But one of the disadvantage would be like, because not a lot of master students stay there, you might feel a bit disconnected from the community. But you can always, come to apartments of off-campus housing and, mingle with people. On-campus housing is generally more expensive than off-campus housing, and that's also a big reason why most of the master students prefer off-campus housing over on-campus housing.
Typically, it's more the undergrad who stay on campus. My friends, we've also made another amazing video about North Carolina State University, a student review with these same friends talking about tuition, courses, jobs, campus life. So be sure to check that out. We've got the links for that, again, to help you see if you should apply or accept that admit from NC State. Here's your friendly reminder that you need to check out Juno and Wise, the two great resources to help you save money abroad on tuition loans, health insurance, and wire transfers. Check out the links if you want to save money. My friends, thank you so much. This is super helpful. Prithvish, Urvashi, Anushi, thank you guys so much again. I know housing is one of the hardest things for students, and this is going to help so many people there in Raleigh. So I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, my friends, be sure to connect with us online as well on social media like LinkedIn, Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the Chine Coaching newsletter for great resources, tips, upcoming events. And we love having you part of the Chine Coaching community. I love all these students giving back, sharing their experience to helping the next batch, the next generation. And we appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time. Cheers.